The next one is about the PMO as a profession. It does need your help. We can only do so much in terms of what we're trying to achieve at a house of PMO. And I think one of the things that feels very different to kind of the project management industry is yes, okay, project management's probably been around longer in terms of its professionalization and all that kind of stuff. But it does need the people that are working within these roles to care enough about getting involved in helping us to to make it more seen and established as a PMO. Again, just a reminder about, well, what is a profession? Eileen, didn't you do a paper on this about what profession is? A professional.
Um, I did it as part of my master's study. I taught it was about professional judgment, but I did a bit at the beginning about what's actually required by a profession, and there's a whole kind of philosophical argument about what actually makes a profession, as to whether they're just kind of the old things like, kind of accountancy and all of the kind of the lawyers and all of those kind of things, and whether the kind of the new things that are kind of coming in, whether anybody can call themselves as a profession. But it is about having some standards that not just people who do it, but people outside of that profession actually recognize and expect from individuals. And there's kind of formal qualifications and certifications to that. So I think we're definitely kind of moving in the right direction, and absolutely, I think more PMO tattoos are required.
Well, it's an interesting one, is that a code of professional conduct. Can
Yeah.
you imagine? Because I don't think one of those
Uh,
exists.
Well, do you know, it's interesting, and to me, that's one of the things that's on my backlog for the House of PMO. And certainly, it's interesting in terms of kind of membership when we get to the point where we actually kind of certify people as kind of, you are a certified PMO manager, a certified professional. At that point, we would have to have a professional code of conduct, because it embeds with kind of just not I can do it, but actually I'm the right kind of person to do that as well.
Yeah, I was having a look when we were pulling together these trends about, obviously what a profession is and stuff. And there's a lot of research over the years and things. There were just one looking for a lot of papers. There's one thing that just really jumped out at me, and things I've not really asked this, but actually, what is it that unites us? If we're all working within this profession called PMO, what is it that unites us? I know, like, subjectively, when we're talking to people, it's the things like what unites us is the fact that people don't understand what PMO is, and therefore we don't understand what we really do and what we're capable of. Yes, there's some things like that, but it's a good question. It came out of one of the research papers about, to think of a profession.
You see, and one of the things that I think that's really helped that is the fact that, as we've said frequently, we no longer use PMO as an acronym.
Mm.
We use PMO as a term. And I think, kind of historically, when there was lots of different kind of versions, and there will always be different versions of PMO, but there was no one term that I think kind of embraced us all. And I think we're getting to the point where PMO just about does that. And despite people wanting to call them kind of VMOs and kind of CMOs and all of the rest of it, I do think PMO is becoming more and more established as the kind of that umbrella term that covers all of the things that we do.
Yeah. I mean, this can only be a good thing because, as we know, the kind of benefits you get from being part of a recognised profession surely is better than certainly where I was 20 years ago. And like you say, from some of the chat and things like that, it's like actually PMO wasn't even on the radar for anything. So yeah, okay, we're making headways, but again, it needs us collectively, to be behind it and passionate about it and all that kind of good stuff. As a reminder, if you're not a member of the House of PMO, we'd love to know why not. Is it just about the fact it's funding, but your organisation is not backing you, but you can't really see any benefit to you right now? Let us know. Just drop us a line. We're all ears. But please do consider your membership if you're not already. You get access to a lot of great things, and it helps us carry on doing some great work and hopefully moving us on to that profession and the PMO as a profession.